What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite for some breaking news here for you guys today. Treyarch ended up releasing the full roadmap to the launch of the beta for Black Ops 7, and they also teased quite a bit when it comes to the launch of Ashes of the Damned. Definitely stay tuned. Now, today's Friday, but not actually doing a podcast today since I got Fajardi flying in tomorrow, so we'll just do an in-person episode at some point tomorrow afternoon. Appreciate all the support on the recent content, though. With that being said, plenty of brand new articles are also getting updated on detonated.com. For those who want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty, we're going to have plenty being written over the next few days, especially as we get closer to what could be the reveal of Season 6 and The Haunting, which might be a little bit before the COD Next event. So, starting off with some of the Treyarch teasers we got as of earlier this morning, first and foremost, you guys may have noticed Treyarch's new profile picture. This is going to be our first new blue-ish perk since, I don't know, Black Ops 4. It's been a little while since we've gotten a blue perk inside of Call of Duty Zombies, so really curious what this is. Some folks have speculated it could be a new version of Winter's Wail, maybe? I mean, we all know about some of the recent leaks from Black Ops 6 Zombies suggesting that we were getting something called W_mod. Maybe Winter's Wail or Widow's Wine has been transformed into a new type of perk for the launch of BO7 Zombies. Regardless, though, it's worth pointing out that just about every Treyarch Zombies game has launched with at least one new perk. Then it's just up to them if they're going to end up doing DLC perks every time a new DLC map ends up releasing. But still, it was a bit disappointing to not get a brand new perk with The Reckoning or maybe even Season 6. I doubt we'll get another new perk in Black Ops 6, but at least the current perks we have in BO6 are going to carry forward. So we'll see how this perk ends up stacking next to the current roster that we have. Apart from the new profile picture, and by the way, I'm sure they'll end up detailing what this perk is with the upcoming Zombies reveal blog, which I believe could be dropping on Monday. We'll just have to wait and see. Apart from that, they also tweeted, "Don't look back." I'm going to go ahead and open these images in a new tab just so you guys can see. So, with the first image here, we could point out that this is probably the new diner that we're going to be seeing inside of Ashes of the Damned. It's not quite called the same diner that we saw back in the original Green Run, but what does that say? Rita? Name of my cat, maybe? I'm not sure. I just named my cat Rita, so I'm curious what that says. Some folks have been speculating, but you're definitely getting a nice view of the skybox in the distance. That could be the mystery box light, but most importantly, objects in Mirror are deadlier than they appear. These are what I believe could be the new denizens inside of Black Ops 7 Zombies. So everybody knows how annoying the denizens were back in the original Transit. I do believe these could be the special enemies for dog rounds. It's totally plausible. Or they could just randomly spawn in throughout the regular rounds as well. Not exactly sure on that one, but they certainly look creepy, getting heavy like Chupacabra vibes when looking at this. But it'll be interesting to see how much detail we actually have with our Wonder Vehicle. Like, could we actually get a nice reflection of the enemies behind us when looking at the mirrors? Is that even possible? Can we drive, you know, with first person instead of just third person? Lots of questions that, of course, are still unanswered about how this is going to work. But also curious what's going on here in the distance. Can't really make too much out there. But in the other image, as you guys can see here, we have our Zombear. I believe, and I know this is unconfirmed, this could be the elite enemy within Ashes of the Damned. So instead of an amalgam, we're going to end up seeing a Zombear, which of course was teased pretty heavily with some of the recent marketing. In the background, I believe this is the farm. I mean, I could be mistaken. It's kind of hard to make out what exactly is going on. Obviously, we haven't gotten too many POI reveals via blog images. We've just been able to put together what POIs could be featured in this map because of recent intel on The Reckoning and some of the initial teasers for Black Ops 7 altogether. But yeah, that bear looks creepy. Hopefully he's not spammed to hell throughout some of the higher rounds. But yeah, some folks are speculating this could be the new special enemy, but no, I think it'll be something like the Wolfman from Dead of the Night, where he's just like the big heavy boss that'll spawn in every now and again, and we'll probably have to kill him to grab a part or to do something during the Easter egg as well. But very excited to see how this enemy ends up working inside of Black Ops 7. But with that as well, zombie marketing out the way from Treyarch, Call of Duty also went ahead and posted that we need to mark our calendars because the road to the Black Ops 7 beta is packed. Unfortunately, no new blog to go with this image, at least not one that I could see. Maybe they'll drop another one in the coming days or whatnot. But as you can see from the road to our actual beta, let's start off with the left here. So today is September 19th. It looks like on the 22nd, which is only a couple of days away, I'll move my camera so you can see. We're going to be getting the multiplayer reveal trailer. Now, this is pretty early considering that in recent years with other Call of Duty entries, we usually got the multiplayer reveal trailer the day of COD Next, or maybe a day or two before at the very earliest. I'm all for it because we were all expecting that we weren't going to be seeing very much to do with actual gameplay until the event at the end of the month, but that's good news. I think we need a lot more information about the MP. Based on what's been revealed so far, I think folks out there are really excited to just see more. We got to get our full roadmap of all the beta maps, game modes, weapons. They'll be sharing all that relatively soon. But yeah, really excited for that. And it looks like 2 days after the multiplayer reveal, we're going to be getting our Zombies reveal trailer. So on September the 24th, this is next week, of course, we're going to be seeing our first ever gameplay of Ashes of the Damned. It's unclear how much footage they're actually going to share. Could it be like Terminus, where we get a gameplay trailer, then the very same day they end up lifting an embargo and they allow content creators to release some early footage or something that was pre-recorded by Treyarch themselves? It's unclear what's going to be happening, but as far as to what extent we're going to be seeing a Zombies reveal, it's currently unknown. Is it just Ashes of the Damned? Will they talk more about Survival, Dead Ops Arcade 4? Will they tease a little bit of the endgame campaign expansion, which also does have zombies? That's a bit of an unknown. But about 6 days after the Zombies reveal, we of course have the COD Next broadcast. I will be in attendance over in Las Vegas, so I'm gonna actually schedule my live stream ASAP here on the channel. I'll of course be live all throughout September the 30th, playing multiplayer, zombies, and maybe even Warzone. But after the COD Next event, we have the Code Bowl tournament. I believe there'll also be viewership rewards for tuning into Code Bowl, which I'll be covering in a separate video soon. Day after that, on October the 1st, they're kicking off October pretty hot with the World Series of Warzone Global Final. Sadly, it's not an in-person event where any folks could just attend. I believe they're using the same venue as COD Next, so maybe it's just structured a certain way where they just can't allow for the public audience. Not sure why that's the case exactly, but yeah, the World Series of Warzone on Verdansk will be October the 1st. Hopefully they step it up next year with the finals and just esports in general when it comes to Warzone. But certainly after that, as you can see, from the 2nd through the 5th, we have early access to the multiplayer beta if you pre-order the game, or if you acquired a code from a giveaway, or it was printed on a receipt if you maybe picked up a physical copy at GameStop. That's how you access the beta during the 2nd through the 5th. Unlike recent years with how the beta usually works, it's not going to be a beta that's split across 2 different weekends where one weekend's early access, one weekend's open. This is a continuous beta period where right after early access ends on the 5th, the open period will then begin right away. And that means you don't need a code or a pre-order to jump into Black Ops 7 multiplayer during that period. The beta will then end on the 8th of October. I believe the very next day on the 9th, you'll be seeing Season 6 for Black Ops 6, aka The Haunting. So I'm curious where they could fit in a Haunting reveal on this roadmap. Maybe on the 23rd, maybe any point after the 24th, but before the 30th. They got to slip in some type of reveal or marketing for the final season of Black Ops 6. Maybe tease the crossovers, show us a little bit of the spooky Halloween cosmetics, because I find it hard to believe that October 2nd, when the beta begins, that's around the week from the launch of Season 6. Will they start marketing The Haunting during this period? I just completely doubt it. I feel like if anything, there's still opportunities to actually go ahead and market that way before then. But folks, to wrap up, it looks like some Treyarch devs did tease some upcoming reveals for Black Ops 7 as well. Camo grinders will be eating, as you guys can see here. Frank asked, "Give me something for the camo grinders, please." Matt's Grounds replied, "Camo grinders will be eating." At Lawrence Metten, we'll have more on that at Call of Duty Next. Lawrence replied by saying, "Very excited to talk BO7 camos." So, yeah, it's unclear how the military challenges are going to work. Is it going to be just headshots and critical kills again? Or will they change the system completely to be more like MW2 or 3, which, in my opinion, were also pretty successful camo systems? Just to remind you, at COD Next last year for BO6, we did get full previews of every Mastery camo for multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. Maybe they'll do that again this year, because when I was at the Treyarch event a few weeks back, they only showed us a glimpse of, I think it was Shattered Gold, which is going to be the gold camo for multiplayer this time around. So maybe they'll give us a preview of all those Mastery camos. I'll be sure to break all that down in a separate video relatively soon. Now, I'm going to touch on this again in a separate Zombies video soon, but they've actually added a brand new pre-order reward for Black Ops 7. It hasn't been marketed anywhere. It's probably because you can't actually get access to the reward until, I believe, sometime after the beta. But if you pre-order any edition of Black Ops 7, this is standard or the Vault Edition, you're going to be getting a Gobblegum Monster Pack. If you pre-purchase before the end of the BO7 beta, so before October the 8th, and you then log into Call of Duty before the beta ends, you will get 3 Perkaholics, you'll get 9 Rare, 9 Epic, and 9 legendary Gobblegums for a total of like 28 or so Gobblegums total just by pre-ordering the game. You can use them in BO6, but they'll also carry forward to Black Ops 7 in case you don't use them. So now it's worth mentioning that the bonus content for pre-ordering Black Ops 7 includes the Guild Override Weapon Camo, the Reznov Challenge Pack, both of which do carry forward into BO7, and then early access to the open beta on top of this Gobblegum Monster Pack. As I've said many times in the past, I love when they actually add pre-order bonuses, you know, a couple of weeks before the game actually comes out. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new details that just got shared about Black Ops 7 earlier today? How are you feeling about the earlier reveal trailers for multiplayer and zombies before COD Next? Leave your thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.